In this era where more is the mantra, we've been lured into believing that abundance in all forms is the key to a joyous life. The more we possess, the more opportunities we have, the more connections we establish, the happier we ought to be. However, sometimes, this abundance can feel overwhelming, leading to stress rather than satisfaction. Could it be possible that we've misunderstood the meaning of true happiness? Could the secret to a more content life lie in possessing less rather than more? Today, we are going to journey together into an unconventional way of thinking, the philosophy of less is more. This philosophy might seem counterintuitive at first, especially in our consumer-driven society, but as we explore it further, you may find that it holds the keys to a richer, more fulfilling life. In the hustle and bustle of the modern world, we're constantly barraged with options. It's as though we've found ourselves in the middle of a never-ending supermarket, aisles stretching far and wide, each packed with products vying for our attention. In the beginning, the freedom of choice seems liberating. We revel in the abundance, in the ability to select from a myriad of options. However, this freedom can transform into a shackle that binds us in dissatisfaction and restlessness. It might be time to step back and question if more choices necessarily mean better choices. Perhaps, it's time to revisit our understanding of success and happiness and explore the role that more plays in their attainment. This exploration might lead us to find that sometimes, limiting our options can lead to more freedom and satisfaction. Less is more. This four-word phrase is the essence of simplicity, minimalism, and intentionality. This philosophy illuminates the beauty in simplicity, encouraging us to find value in the simple, the meaningful, and the purposeful. It nudges us towards a new paradigm where we measure the richness of our lives not by the quantity of our possessions, but by the quality of our experiences. The philosophy of less is more invites us to look inward, to understand what truly matters to us, and to let go of the excess that keeps us from focusing on these essential elements of our lives. Embracing this philosophy can lead to a greater sense of peace, fulfillment, and joy. When we hear the term minimalism, it's easy to associate it with a stark, empty room, devoid of personality or warmth. But this image is a gross misinterpretation of what minimalism truly represents. It's not just an aesthetic or a lifestyle trend. It's a revolution, a reawakening of our appreciation for the essential. Minimalism is about cutting through the noise of materialism to focus on what truly matters. It's about decluttering our lives from the non-essentials that have quietly crept in and taken up space. It's about reducing, but not just for the sake of having less. It's about making room for more of what adds value, and less of what takes it away. Minimalism is flexible, adaptable to each individual's needs and preferences. It's not a rigid set of rules, but a guiding principle that aids us in reassessing our needs and our wants. It shifts our focus from mindless accumulation to mindful appreciation, from constant acquiring to conscious experiencing. It's not about denying ourselves pleasure or living in deprivation. Instead, it's about making intentional decisions about where we invest our time, energy, and resources. By concentrating on the quality of our possessions, relationships, and experiences, we can carve a path to deeper satisfaction and lasting happiness. The bustling pace of the modern world often leaves us feeling like we're being carried away in a swift, overpowering current. The concept of less is more serves as a steadying anchor in this chaotic tide. It invites us to be deliberate, mindful, and intentional in all aspects of our lives. The principle of less is more is rooted in intentional living, consciously making choices that align with our inner values and aspirations. Instead of mindlessly collecting possessions or experiences, we actively seek out meaningful engagement. By trimming away the excess and focusing on the essential, we can cultivate a sense of calm amidst the storm. The clarity that comes with living intentionally creates space for joy, peace, and fulfillment. It allows us to move through life with purpose and direction, bringing us closer to the life we truly desire. Decluttering, both physically and mentally, is a powerful tool in the quest for simplicity. Physical clutter in our surroundings can often mirror and amplify the clutter in our minds. By letting go of the non-essentials, we can make room for what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. Clearing our spaces doesn't mean eliminating all possessions, but focusing on those that add value and happiness to our lives. The same applies to our mental and emotional clutter. By letting go of negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs, we make room for positivity, peace, and growth. The act of decluttering is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and introspection. It's not just about organizing your physical space, but also about aligning your mind and your heart with the principles of less is more. The result is a sense of liberation, of unburdening, which can be profoundly freeing. In the realm of less is more, experiences often trump possessions. While physical goods may offer temporary joy, the memories and learnings from our experiences tend to provide more lasting happiness. They shape us, change us, and continue to give long after the moment has passed. Choosing experiences over possessions doesn't necessarily mean traveling the world or seeking extreme adventures. It can be as simple as savoring a quiet moment with a loved one, learning a new skill, or immersing ourselves in nature. These moments, though seemingly ordinary, can carry extraordinary value. This approach to life not only reduces our dependency on material possessions for happiness, but also enriches our lives with meaningful experiences. By focusing on creating and collecting moments rather than things, we can cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment. In the whirlwind of modern life, the idea of slowing down may seem counterproductive, even wasteful. However, embracing the philosophy of less is more involves understanding the transformative power of stillness. By slowing down, we create the space needed for introspection, for genuine connection, and for appreciating the simple joys of life. Slowing down allows us to connect more deeply with our own selves and with others. It invites us to savor the beauty in each moment, to appreciate the here and now. It's in these moments of stillness that we often find our deepest insights and our truest joy. The art of slowing down doesn't mean we stop striving or become complacent. Instead, it enables us to move forward with more clarity, more purpose, and more joy. It's an integral part of the philosophy of less is more, inviting us to live more intentionally, more consciously, and ultimately, more happily. We're often told that networking is key, that the more connections we have, the better. But, like with all other aspects of life, less is more can also apply to our relationships. Prioritizing deep, meaningful connections over a wide network of acquaintances can lead to increased satisfaction. Simplifying our relationships doesn't mean cutting people out ruthlessly. It's about investing time and energy into those relationships that truly matter and bring us joy. It's about moving from superficial interactions to genuine connection, fostering relationships that enrich our lives. By focusing on the quality of our relationships rather than the quantity, we create space for meaningful interactions. We build a circle of support that truly understands us and supports us. In the process, we foster stronger, more fulfilling connections, living out the philosophy of a less is more. One of the most powerful applications of less is more lies in redefining our personal definition of success. Society often equates success with wealth, fame, or power. But these external markers of success can sometimes leave us feeling empty or unfulfilled. The philosophy of less is more encourages us to redefine success on our own terms. Instead of chasing after societal expectations, we can focus on what brings us personal fulfillment. This shift in perspective can be liberating, allowing us to pursue our passions and find contentment in our achievements. Redefining success doesn't mean we stop striving for growth or progress. Rather, it allows us to align our goals with our values, to pursue what truly matters to us. By focusing less on societal expectations and more on personal fulfillment, we embrace the essence of less is more. The philosophy of less is more is not about deprivation or sacrifice. It's not about living with less for the sake of it, but about making space for more joy, more fulfillment, more meaning. By consciously choosing to focus on what truly matters, we can lead richer, more satisfying lives. The less is more philosophy asks us to slow down, to be mindful, to declutter, and to live intentionally. It's a transformative approach that can lead us to profound happiness and fulfillment. It's about embracing simplicity to make room for the extraordinary. Remember, the journey to less is more is not a one-size-fits-all path. It's a personal journey that requires introspection, patience, and ongoing commitment. But as we navigate this path, we'll discover that the beauty of less is more lies in its power to transform, to liberate, and to enrich our lives. And that, truly, is the ultimate luxury.